Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. I wanted to make a quick little video. My name is Faith Storms. I'm a licensed social worker, therapist, and I wanted to make a brief little video today on the issue of grounding techniques and orienting techniques as a way to deal with stress, anxiety, and panic attacks. If you know, like, stress is building, anxiety is building, here are some things you can do to orient and ground yourself and settle the emotion and maybe head off like a full-blown panic attack. So when people talk about grounding, there are various ways to do this, both mentally and emotionally and physically. So the first thing I advise people to do if they're beginning to notice feeling stressed, anxious, agitated, is to take a slow, deep breath, a belly breath. Into your diaphragm, your belly should get bigger. And if you're not sure if you're doing this correctly, because sometimes when we're sitting, it's like, I don't know, is my belly expanding? What you can do is you can lie down on your back, and then you can literally see, does my belly go up when I take a breath in? So if you're doing chest breathing, if you're doing shallow breathing, then your belly won't move. You're just breathing into your upper lungs, into your upper chest, and that doesn't help us feel better. If you're doing chest breathing, it will actually increase anxiety. So you want a nice, slow, gentle breath into your belly, into the bottom of your lungs. Use your diaphragm. And you just want to breathe in and then just pause and then exhale. Breathe at whatever pace works for you. If you want to do counted breathing, that's fine. You don't need to. Just breathe in gently to 4 counts, 6 counts, or no counts. Just breathe in, pause, and then exhale. Do that a couple of times. Now, the reason we do this is if you take a deep breath, a belly breath, you are literally sending a message to your nervous system that you are not in mortal danger. Because if you were actually in real danger, you can't take a deep breath. It's biologically impossible. So when we take a slow, gentle breath, we're telling ourselves we are safe, or we are relatively safe. That's the message your nervous system is going to receive, your brain and nervous system. So a nice gentle breath is the first thing you want to do. Then grounding or orienting techniques are simply engaging your senses to let yourself know that you are safe or relatively safe in this moment. So a grounding exercise can be as simple as literally looking around, like, where am I? What's around me? Use your senses. What do I see? What can I hear? What can I touch? My seat. And orient to your body. I want to feel my body sitting in this seat and lean back. Okay, now my back's against the back. My chair moves, so I'm not going to stay sitting back. You want to, touch things, and what does this feel like? What does that feel like? What do I hear? What do I smell? Our sense of smell is often a very strong sense. So if there's something, if there's a scent in the air, some people carry scents with them, like a calming scent or an invigorating scent, to help orient them. So you want to use all your senses. If you are feeling anxious and sitting, you might want to stand up and move, not pace frantically, but do some gentle movement, do some stretching. If you're sitting and you're getting very tense and anxious, stand up, move around, stretch, get a drink. Get a drink of water, not alcohol. Get a drink of water, go to the bathroom, get a snack. Again, using different senses in your body is going to help you be oriented to the here and now, and away from whatever it might be triggering you to be worried or to be anxious. Our bodies can be very helpful. As much as, when you have anxiety, sometimes you feel like your body's your enemy, and it has all this intense reactions to things, and sometimes randomly, and it's very frustrating. It's very hard to deal with the physical symptoms that come along with anxiety and panic attacks. Very hard, very uncomfortable. And yet our bodies also hold the answers to how to make it better. We need to practice making friends with our bodies. And as I've really noticed over the decades, and I see with a majority of my anxious clients, is they're very tuned into their bodies, which is a blessing and a curse. I mean, I think sometimes they pay too much attention to every little thing going on in their body. And I think non-anxious people, I think their bodies do the same thing. Like, I don't think anxious people's bodies do anything different. Like, sometimes your heart will skip a beat. Like, sometimes our hearts do weird things. And for a non-anxious person, I think they just ignore it. Like, sometimes I don't even think they feel it. They don't even pay attention. If they notice, they're like, oh, that was weird, and go on with their day. But for an anxious person, not only do you feel it and notice it, but then you're like, oh my gosh, what was that? What does that mean? Am I having a heart attack? What is, and you just go down this rabbit trail. So we want to make friends with our bodies. We want to feel more comfortable with our bodies. And we also want to not panic about every little weird thing our bodies do, because bodies do weird things sometimes. As you're orienting and grounding, it gives you a chance to let an unusual sensation pass. So even if your heart does a weird thing, okay, take a breath, take a couple breaths, orient yourself. Okay, I'm okay. Nothing else is happening. Nothing else weird is happening. And then in a couple minutes, come back. Okay, well, how's my heart now? It's doing what my heart does. It's fine. So doing some orienting and grounding will settle you and give you a little space between whatever may have been starting to stimulate the anxiety. And then you can go back to that. That's fine. To touch back into, okay, well, how's my heart feeling now? Or what's that, how's that body part feeling now? It's like, it's okay. Because usually it is. That's the thing. If we just give things like a couple minutes, even a couple minutes, let alone 5 or 10 minutes, it passes. Things pass, feelings pass, sensations pass. And yeah. So I hope that's helpful. Let me think if that's all. I think that's all I wanted to cover. So grounding and orienting can be very simple. Keep it simple. But this is really effective to help settle, especially if you can sense the anxiety building before it gets really big. Do some of this to kind of just bring it down and calm it down. And there you go. And of course, you can always throw in some tapping. I'm not going to do tapping on this video. I just wanted to cover grounding techniques, orienting techniques, how to mentally and physically settle yourself. And let me know if you have any questions.